What's up, guys? Welcome to Hollyscoop's Daily Rewind. I'm Madison Hill.
And I'm Courtney Revolution.
We've got a lot of tea to discuss today. We're talking a Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson update, new info in the Dababy debate, or the debacle, whatever you want to say, and Nial Horan talking about One Direction getting back together. But first, let's talk about Miss Selena Gomez.
Love her.
Love her, love everything she does. She recently posted on her Instagram to let her followers know she's thinking of them and praying for them amidst all of this coronavirus craziness. She also posted that her and her friends, just like us, they were at what appears to be Target, stocking up on not necessarily toilet paper like everybody else, but on games for a night in, board games, all of that good stuff. Love Selena. But the thing that people are talking about in regards to this situation is the fact that she was hanging out with Madison from The Bachelor. Now, if you watch the morning tea, Courtney and I refer to Madison from The Bachelor as the Virgin.
The Virgin.
She was the virgin of the season. She's the one who really took the stance, saying, I'm not going to, say yes and be engaged to a man who slept with other women before me.
On
like,
TV.
literally, right before.
Like, literally
It's
on
not
TV.
like before in his lifetime, like right before on television. And it's just interesting that somehow now her and Selena are friends.
Do you think that maybe they were friends before?
I mean, I want to believe that because I don't think Selena Gomez is the type who would just watch someone on TV and be like, oh, we have similar values, come hang out with me and my friends. Like, I don't believe that to be true, or maybe Madison is friends with one of their mutual friends. Maybe there is some combination, but I think it just really shook everybody because I know as someone who is just watching Selena Gomez's stories, like it's no big deal. When I saw Madison's face pop up, I was like, I know my eyes are not clear, but I definitely had to double check.
You know what I love? I love when it's like, I love the idea of like, you never really know who's friends with who.
That is true.
I don't put the majority of my friendships online, but don't talk about them.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying?
I mean,
I love that.
That's a PSA for when you're in public. Never use last names, never speak too loudly because you just never know who knows who, and the world is a very small place.
Yes, ma'am.
Very
Especially
small.
here in LA.
Yes, you might think it's not because it's a big city, but no. And everyone, you guys know, chirps, because if they didn't chirp, then we wouldn't have a table to sit at.
True.
Let's talk about Nial Horan. He recently did carpool karaoke with James Corden. We talked heavily on this subject during the morning tea about how I love him and someone needs to swipe him up.
Future boyfriend.
Exactly. Sorry, Selena. Actually, you know what? I don't have to say sorry to Selena Gomez because Nial has said him and Selena are not together.
They're good friends.
They're just friends. They're in the same friend group. And if they're already friends with one Madison, why couldn't they be friends with two?
All they gotta do is remember your name, which is easy.
Oh my God. Mine is spelled with two D's though. And if you need a reminder, just kidding. I always.
Just kidding.
Just kidding. So, okay, maybe this could be a little easier than I thought. Anyway, you guys, during the carpool karaoke, other than Nial saying he's afraid of birds, which a lot of people can relate to, James also had him take a lie detector test and asked him about One Direction's future. And all of you Directioners are going to love this, so take a look.
Do you actually think One Direction will get back together?
Yes.
True.
So, we are getting a One Direction reunion at some point. Nial did confirm, but he did not say when.
So that just means that we all need to save our money because I think it will be a surprise.
Right.
I don't think it's gonna be like here's a buzz single and I think it'll be like One Direction is back, we think, and then that Friday, boom, tour dates. Your money better be ready, and mine will.
Yes, absolutely. Now, you did make a good point on the morning tea that you don't think it will necessarily happen until all of the guys are secure in their solo careers.
Yes, ma'am.
Harry, obviously, one of the most secure.
Yeah.
Niall just released his sophomore album, or EP, today, called Heartbreak Weather.
Yes.
Already listened to it. It is fantastic. We said we really felt like Niall and Harry. We don't have to rank, but
they have the strongest solo careers.
Yes.
Now we know that there is a very strong Louis fan community out there, so we don't want to discount him.
Yes.
However, Louis, Zayn, and Liam do not have as strong of careers as Harry and Niall. And that's okay, because they're still very successful.
Exactly. But hopefully once all of the boys catch up, we'll be good to go.
Oh, yeah.
But let's move on and talk about Dababy, everybody. We have a new update in this debacle. Last we heard the alleged slap victim, her name was Tyranisha Laws. She spoke to TMZ, and she said she felt as though Dababy's Instagram apology was insincere. She really did not feel good about it. She kind of recounted her version of the details. Okay, she maintains that she was just innocent in this situation. She was not the woman who was holding the phone with the flashlight who allegedly hit Dababy's face. She still maintained, I was the one standing next to this person.
Innocent.
Innocent. Now, Dababy's team is speaking out and saying it doesn't matter what Tyranisha says because she is not the one who Dababy slapped. Dababy's lawyer spoke to TMZ and claims that after enhancing video footage of the incident, it shows Dababy slapping an individual who hit him with the phone and not the person who was standing next to them, as she claims to be. Which that is interesting in and of itself, because we do know that she claimed to have gone to the emergency room the day after. She had a contusion, whatever.
She's been recognized everywhere. She
exactly.
can't go to work.
She can't go to work. She's embarrassed. It's been terrible. Dababy's lawyer went on to say that his firm has actually been contacted by multiple people claiming to be the victim. And so far, they have not been able to establish the identity of the person from the video, but they're sure it is not Tyranisha. People online still heavily divided.
True.
Some people are very much on her side, saying they definitely, believe her account of the events, but then other people are kind of calling some things into question. Like, for the instance, she did refuse EMS attention.
She did. I wonder why.
And then she went, obviously, on her own the next day. And the fact that, Dababy's attorney is saying, we can tell that he definitely slapped the person with the phone. He did not slap the person who was to the right or the left, which she has maintained consistently that she was. It's just a sticky situation.
I would like to know what the hospital thinks.
Right.
Because they can sort of be able to gauge when you were hit, how you were hit, maybe what you could have been hit with. Was it a hand? Did you run into a wall? Not to sort of say that the victim needs to be shamed or be like, maybe you're a liar. But we need all the facts before we can sort of like decide Dababy did this to this specific person, because someone did get slapped.
Exactly. And no one is arguing, I just want to make this clear, no one is arguing that Dababy didn't do anything wrong. Like, it is clear. I don't care who is on the receiving end of that slap. No matter if it was a man, woman, whatever, it was wrong. You cannot react that way in that situation. Granted, we have always said, as fans, you can't be all up in your fave's business. You have to remember, they don't know you. But again, Dababy cannot and should not have reacted that way.
It's one thing to slap a fan, Madison, but like I asked on the morning tea, and I would like to know from the Daily Rewind.
Oh, God. Be careful what you wish for.
I know, right? Would Dababy have slapped a police officer with a flashlight in his face? That's what I want to know.
Right.
You're able to slap a fan, someone that has potentially paid money to see you, someone that loves your music, your creativity, your voice, what have you. You will slap them over a light in your face, but would you slap a police officer with a flashlight in your face doing their job? That's what I would like to know.
And to me, like, those people were defenseless in a way. I mean, think about it. They literally had their phones there, were not even probably thinking that could happen.
It was probably such a wild situation.
It was such chaos, and I think that's even why, witnesses are able to say, yes, we saw someone get slapped, but I don't think anyone was necessarily able to say who definitively. I think people who came forward, and obviously back to Tyranisha's story, they just knew that something happened.
Someone got slapped, so it must have been her. She's coming forward.
And she said she was refusing to leave until she filed a police report, and I'm sure at some point people were like, well, we did see a slap. We don't necessarily know who, but if she is sticking to her guns like this, who are we to say no?
I know, right?
It's a very hard situation.
We're gonna follow that.
But let's move on. Oh, absolutely. And give a little update on Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson. So they checked in, updated everyone on how they're doing. We know that it has been confirmed they have coronavirus. They are looking good. Posted a selfie, and the caption, Tom confirmed that they are in isolation so they don't spread the virus to anyone else, which is honestly one of the biggest precautions that you can take. They're taking it one day at a time, and to remember, despite all of the current events, quote, there's no crying in baseball. It's a quote from League of Their Own. Everyone was living for it.
Of course.
Celebrities, fans, all of that. And I just love Rita Wilson. She took to Twitter and asked people for recommendations for a quarantine playlist, as well as a suggestion on what to call the playlist. They decided on Horan tunes. And you can head over to Spotify and listen to her playlist.
You know what, Madison? It's not a good situation. We're in like a weird place, the world, right? But at least Tom Hanks and his wife, Rita, they're showing us that, hey, we have it. We're taking the necessary steps to make sure that we get better and not infect other people. Y'all should do the same.
Exactly. I will say, I think there is beauty in our jobs being able to sit at the table and we talk about it and we are able to take a more lighthearted approach, but that's because it's not our job to deliver you all the information.
Yeah.
Make sure you're getting educated, make sure you're going to reputable sources, and before you get panicked, do your research.
Yes,
That's all I
ma'am.
want to say. But I also think there's nothing wrong with like Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson posting a selfie and
Yeah.
also being like, hey, we're in isolation, give us some recommendations for music. Courtney and I trying to at least bring a smile to y'all's faces.
Yeah.
And drink our champagne and joke about all of that. So just know, I think there's a way to deal with it all.
Absolutely.
But why don't you guys let us know what you're thinking about everything? What was your reaction to Selena Gomez hanging out with Madison from The Bachelor? Also thoughts on Niall's comments regarding a One Direction reunion.
Ooh, what did you think about this update from Dababy situation? Whose side are you on at this point?
Literally, I don't even know. And finally, what are your thoughts on the latest with Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson? You guys, let it out down below. Don't forget, Moments of the Week will be tomorrow, so look out for that. The Morning Tea will be back on Monday, 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. In the meantime, you can shop the Hollyscoop store, subscribe, and click the notification bell. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.